and we're back in full swing with a new show for you, man. That's right. We want to welcome all you followers in. So, as we say, come on in, come on in, come on in. We may be running a little 10 minutes behind, but hey, you know, black people's time. We ain't never on time. So we're gonna make it do what it do, right? So want you guys to get on in there, tag a friend. I think this is gonna be a hot show. Man, you guys are not gonna want to miss this. The show is gonna be about do you need good sex to have good relationships? And we want you guys to make sure that you are engaged, that you are in tune. You might get a little bit of education out of it tonight, So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let Flex play the intro for us, get us on going, and we're gonna be right back with that hot topic, man. Come on with it, Flex. All right. Say, man, we ready. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
We ready. Let's do it.
So you know it's about to be real serious. Real serious. So again, man, giving you people time to come on in. We want you to be able to engage. That's right. A new hot show off the Floor is Yours podcast called Late Night Education. I got new people with me. And your boy is back. I'm so ready. I'm so excited, man. It's been a long time, and I'm ready for it. So this is what we're gonna do. Everybody share it on your own personal pages. Everybody tag a friend. We're gonna want you guys to get in there. Hey, Denise, I ain't seen you guys in a minute. What's up, sis? But this is what I want to do. I want to welcome everybody that's getting on the show that will see the show later. But I'm going to introduce the crew tonight. Of course, you know it's me, your boy. Let me get it right. TJ the Realist, a.k.a. Mr. Go Getter, a.k.a. that boy is bad. That's right. Shit, I'm back. I'm so happy, boy. Y'all don't understand it, man. But we're going to have a good time. So introduce the crew. We got, ladies first, we got Miss Zoe. What's going on, Zoe?
What's going on? What's going on? I appreciate you guys allowing me to come on the platform with y'all to talk about a little bit of late night education. I'm loving it. If don't nobody know me, my name is Zoe. Real name's Obisa, but I go by Zoe. I'm gonna be your queen tonight. Gracing myself already. Gracing myself. I'm gonna have to give school these boys on some things. So I'm ready. I'm ready
about that. You know, we always go toe to toe. So that's the last of my words. But bring it on. I'm ready. I'm prepared. And as always, my boy is back as well. The professor. What's good with you, Doc?
What's going on, TJ? Good evening, TJ. Good evening, Zoe. And good evening to all the viewers out there. So the professor, I'm back. Looking forward to a great show, Late Night Education, different segment. I think we have a great topic, and looking forward to it. Learning something from TJ and Miss Zoe. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Learn a little something. We're gonna see if he want to learn tonight. You know, he was a little bit combative earlier. I don't know. We might be learning from him. I'm scared. He is the professor for a reason. So talk to us a little bit about what's the purpose behind the show and everything. Give everybody a little bit of insight on how we're going to be doing this and going forward and what it's going to look like for us.
Yeah, well, the purpose of the show is, of course, we're going to come off. We want to provide some entertainment. We're going to provide some information, some education, and hopefully some humor. But at the end of the day, it's all grown and sexy, grown folk conversation. So just a different segment for what we usually present. So you may hear some four-letter words and some other things you may not be used to, but it's all part of the segment. So really looking forward to an exciting segment. What comes out of it, hopefully is real, hopefully it's relevant. You all can receive it. And just looking for a great show. Late night education.
Shit.
Ready.
I had to go and get the first one out. I'm ready. So what you got, Zoe?
Oh, me. So you want me to go ahead and tell you what we got for tonight? Want me to go ahead and say it?
talk about the experience, how it's going to enhance the experience,
Okay.
especially with your platform that you already got going.
Okay, well, I will say this with late night education, with Sip and Converse, they run hand in hand. It's really going to be a very, very good platform for Sip and Converse simply because it allows for the sippers to have more open dialogue conversation, but on a live version. So they'd be able to call on in, they'd be able to type what they got to say, and we'd be able to discuss it, talk about it. I think this is super dope, and I'm excited. I'm super excited to be doing this and be doing it in Sip and Converse as well.
So let me get this right. You mean we got a number where people can call and dial in and talk to us?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let me zip my stuff up. I need to get buttoned up and ready.
I'm ready for that.
Ready for this. So with that being said, man, let's get it started. Let's go. So question is, do you need good sex to have a great relationship? Do you need good sex to have a good relationship? Explain a little bit why not. As always, ladies first, what you got for me, Zoe?
As a lady, all right. So when I say, I'm going to say it wholeheartedly. Hell yeah, you need good sex to have a good relationship. All right. Listen, between the numbers of 1 and 10, it's a 10 for me, baby. It's a 10 for me. I don't need no 7. I don't need no 7.5. I don't need no 8 and 3/4. I need a 10. All right, 10.
So it got to be a 10 off top all the time. It got to be a 10
off top. It got to be a 10 off top. Sex is very important in a relationship. For me, I'm only speaking for me. Now, if I get some ladies to chime on in and let me know if I'm right, tell me I'm right. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But for me, as a woman, and I'm all woman, baby, it's a 10 for me.
Okay. All right, Professor. What you got, man? Scale of 1 to 10. Scale of 1 to 10. Rank sex in a relationship. Is it important in a relationship? Do you need good sex in a relationship to make it work?
I've been I guess in a relationship with Zoe, yes, you need that. But I've been pondering this question. I don't know. So I believe it depends on the relationship. So if you are in a friends with benefits relationship, then yes, you need good sex. The relationship is founded on sex, and hopefully you ain't just sleeping around and being the benefits. Hopefully there's a benefit with the friends with benefits. So I don't think you're sleeping with a sorry sex partner if you're friends with benefits. When it comes to a more long-term, more stable relationship, I don't know. It's a toss-up for me. So I think it's yes, but I think it's yes with a caveat. So it's yes and no, because I think it's not all about sex. It's about something else that makes the sex more better, a lot better. So I say yes, and I give it an 8.
So I got a 10. I got an 8.
What you got?
Ooh, shit! I'm gonna hit in the damn middle. I'm gonna say it's a 9. It's a 9. Yes, but I will say that it depends on what phase you are in the relationship. If you're out there and you're early, then what drew you to that person was something sexual. You had some strong chemistry about that person. You looked at their ass, them lips was popping, or something drew you to them in a way that before you even had a conversation with them, you wanted to get that ass. I mean, let's be true. You wanted to get it. So it's always going to be high up there. But my thing is, I would say the more you get into relationships, then it's that intimacy level that triggers and takes that sexual part of your life into a whole nother realm. So maybe if you can get past that in the beginning and that intimacy is strong off top, then maybe you can deal with a 3.5, 4 inch, and everything and get by with it. But it's to each his own. I think it's you got to go with the time and the period in the relationship that you're in. And we all think, and I'm in agreement, at a 9 in the beginning, yes, because when I looked at you, I already knew what position I was going to put you in right off top. I already knew. That's just me.
You said, gotcha.
But Trevor and Hodge on the top, that's a 14, so we know what they're doing over there at the Hodges house. He said it's a 14. It's a 14. So
I agree with you.
So let's say it's frequency, spontaneousness. Is that something that's within engagement of being how important it is? Does that make a big difference, would you say?
Yes. That's what matters to me with the 10, because, okay, let's just say, for instance, you've been with somebody for 10 years, okay? You don't want the sex be the same the whole 10 years. You got to switch it up somewhere. You got to keep it spontaneous. You got to keep it exciting, because that's how people step out, because they get bored. You don't need to get bored sexually, because when you're bored sexually, if you can't experience your all with the person you've been for 10 years, how can you experience anything with them for the next 10 years? You see what I'm saying? You got to be spontaneous, especially long-term relationships and couples. That's why I say sex is important. It's a 10.
So give me an example of spontaneous with Zoe.
I mean, spontaneous. We could be in our parents' house eating Thanksgiving dinner. I might need for you to put your hands up under the table and rub on me and make me shake a little bit while we sitting there talking about cranberry sauce and turkey wings.
Not on the turkey. You just defiled the turkey.
We need to keep it spontaneous like that. Hey, I need to go take a phone call, or I need to step outside and go to the car. We in the bathroom.
I guess he said he got his own damn turkey legs at the table. You don't need the turkey on the table. His turkey legs is under the table. I'm just saying. So how about this? And you guys out there watching, let me know what you think. Frequency of sex, spontaneous versus schedule. How do you guys play that into effect of how important is it? And is it good sex? Is all that included? We want to hear from you, but I want to ask you, Professor, real quick. Length of sex. Mm-hmm. Length of sex.
I want to go back to the frequency with Miss
Zoe.
You
want frequency?
And she defile like what you bring to the table. You don't bring your nastiness to the table. You defile the turkey now. But for the frequency of sex, I mean, I think the frequency is good, but at the same time, with being planned and being spontaneous, sometimes you can be so spontaneous because it's so frequent, it becomes recreation. It's not even intimate anymore. And when it just becomes an intimate and just becomes a physical act, you kind of lose that emotional connection. So the frequency is the frequency of being spontaneous, or the frequency of really having that intimate, that bonding and that good loving versus just sex. So I mean, realistically, how long or how many times can you have that good that love making in a week versus just having a quickie? So the purpose of a quickie is just to get it in and get on. And like I said, there's no relations there. There's just an act. And I feel like if it's too frequent, it's an act. So the length, I mean, I think the length is important. Hopefully it's long enough to satisfy each person. And I guess that's independent of each individual couple, whatever the case may be. Whether it's 5 minutes, I believe in a strong 4 minutes. I'm ready. I'm good to go. I'm out the door. But to each his own. So I think it's
five good pumps. 5 good pumps.
Yeah, that's it.
On good days. And I'm ready to go to sleep. Get yours while I get mine, and we're going to be good. 5 good pumps.
I agree.
Tired. I've been worked all day. Let me go and get this in, because I want to go and hit it real quick, and then we go to bed. So
that's 4 minutes of your life.
Concentrate on them 5 good pumps. I need you to be zoned in. But now, let the time, again, that's something to each other, because not everybody wants all night sex, of continuous banging and things like that. Hell, I'm 46. I ain't trying to do that all goddamn night no more. Let me go and get straight to the point. Within measures, let me change that, because I don't want my wife thinking that I just be trying to get straight to the point. I'm a pleaser. So I'm gonna make sure that you get everything you need first and foremost. But then after that, I'm getting mine and I'm out. We gonna shut it down. So, but to each his own length of sex. Guys, y'all can let us know how you get down, what's important to you on that, and what you feel. So what I want to do real quick is what does success mean? Success as far as what? You know, like did you win the game? Success, was it a slam dunk? Ooh, that one I don't know, man. What's success? What's success? You threw that one out of left field.
We got a special guest.
Darkness.
We got a special guest, Flex the producer.
So real quick though. So here for us, we've all said at some point, and judging from some of the comments and everything, that sex is very important within the relationship. It's a top need and things, and that's what we verse it off of, and that's what we're gonna continue to do. So so whether she came or not, that's success, right? I don't know, man. Some women are stingy with that, regardless whether they came or not, and they all can say that it's because of us men that they didn't come. But hell, so many women got so many things going in their head that they be blocking their blessings.
Yep.
They can concentrate on what the hell is going on and move all that out the way.
I agree with you. I definitely agree with you, because I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. It doesn't always have to take a man for a woman to climax. It's a mental. She can make her own self climax. Now it's helpful, of course, but it's not always required. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't say it's always required, because shit, back in the day, I know I just touched somebody and made them, so.
Harlem Shake.
Hey man, it's all about the intimacy. I go back to intimacy. If you are in tuned and locked in with a person, man, some of the simplest shit will make somebody explode.
I agree.
They got to be in tune with you. Some people don't give that up. They're not as women are not as easily giving when it comes to that as us men. We're just designed different. Women's shit is attached to their hearts, their souls, their muscles, their veins, and the little pinky toe. So, I mean, with women, they make it all difficult. So,
that's enough about the women. That's enough.
Well, you said you had their back, so I must be talking about some truth.
I know. I can't disagree with that, because you're partially true, but that's enough.
Okay.
That's enough.
Right. I must have hit a nerve in the pinky toe, so we're gonna leave that alone. So looks like we lost the professor, and we're gonna rock on. I want to know from the audience, has good sex made you overlook some red flags or character flaws, or have you compromised your own moral values because of good sex?
You ask me?
Hey, you got one on right now. The professor's gone. Anybody watching right now, let us know what you think.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I can't see you.
Can't see you, bud.
You done turned into darkness?
I don't know what happened. Hold on 1 second. Let me leave you and come back in. You got it. Yeah.
Hey, while we waiting on the professor, Zoe gonna answer the question, but I need to know, has good sex made you overlook some red flags or character flaws, or have you compromised your own morals and values because of good sex?
Yes, it has. I agree. It definitely has, but that's when I was stupid. That's when I was real stupid because I allowed for it to do so. Now, no, my mindset is totally different. I can't allow for that, because that's once I learned how to please myself as a woman, I wouldn't allow for nobody to allow for me to compromise that ever again. Yeah, when I was stupid, it did. But now, no. Not no more.
You said What? I'll sip on this. I was gonna ask a question because you say now when you learn how to please yourself and everything, what does that mean? What does that mean? Please yourself.
Meaning that I'd rather go to my bed, on my floor, on my couch, whatever I choose to do, and pleasure myself before I jeopardize my morals and my self-respect.
Always looking. That's why y'all got all them damn toys and everything, because you're too busy trying to fix yourself. Again, blocking your blessings. Some headaches can be blessings, but you gotta get your blessings.
Listen, I'd rather have a soul tie with a dildo than have a soul tie with a spirit that I don't need to have a soul tie with.
I understand.
Am I not supposed to say that?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Hey, so real quick, Professor, we were talking about, has good sex made you overlook some red flags or character flaws?
Before I knew what red flags were, yes. So I guess when I was younger, a lot younger, and didn't understand a lot about relationships and all the other good stuff, and yeah, I've overlooked a lot of red flags. But as a grown man, no, I just haven't had that mind-blowing sexual experience to where, I guess like Zoe said, where you just, you're dealing with a bad spirit or a bad person. A person is not good for you, a person that doesn't fit. So I just haven't had that.
Okay. Audience, what you guys got? Have y'all ever overlooked some red flags or character flaws?
Put it in the comments.
Yeah, let me know. Cause of good sex, good sex that made you do a lot of bad things. Oh boy.
Yeah.
She in soul ties with all her battery operated shit.
Yep, the batteries, everything, the plastic, the however it's made, all of it. Pretty much.
I tell you. That's bad. Let's see. As Misha said, I just needed to be at the same level of desire as me. If I'm a 10, then I need a 10. But for me, I'm good at 7.5. Don't come to me with no 10 on the radar scale. Go on somewhere else. So she said she just give me a 7.5. I don't even want no 10. Hey, is that what I'm reading? Is that what you said, sis?
That's what she said.
You good with a 7.5? Don't come to you with no 10.
Look at Tina. Tina said yes. No ceiling fans or something. I'm with you, baby.
I'm telling you, there's something strange going on in the Hodges house. I don't know what it is. But hey, all I know is when I see both of them together, they got big ass smiles on their face. So they doing something right.
Happy. I love it. Happy.
So keep doing what y'all doing over there, man. Yeah. Keep doing what y'all doing. All right. So let's see. Sexual act. Is it the size or the stroke? What y'all got? Zoe?
Oh, dang.
I mean, you the only lady that can really answer that, because it's either gonna be size or stroke for me and Professor that we giving, so we can't answer that question.
I don't think it's neither. I don't think it's neither.
It's neither. So
mental.
In good sex, is neither. You don't have to have size or the stroke. That's why your ass attached to them damn batteries.
Let me stop you. Let me stop you. It's either or, because you might not get what you want. Some people are strictly for size. Some people don't care about the size and they're strictly for stroke. You know what I mean? You might not get what you want. So in order to make the best of it, it has to be a mindset. Because a woman can get on top and create her own stroke. Right? Y'all agree?
I agree.
Right? Just because it's 10 inches don't mean that it's pleasurable. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, hey, I think it's the mindset. It's the mindset. You just got to come with the mindset. You got to be, like you said, the intimacy. You got to be a pleaser. You got to be able to know how to use your words in your conversation. You got to know how to stimulate the mind in order for the rest of the bottle to follow. That's just for me. I can't speak for other women. I'm only speaking for me.
I have my ear to the streets just a little bit. So when the streets are telling me that, I mean, yeah, you can have nice size, but you don't know how to use it. But you can have not as much size, but know how to stroke. So what I've heard is women are more interested in the stroke than they are in the size. So, and at the same time, when it comes to even getting the opportunity to get in the bed, you gotta stimulate the mind first. So ain't no man, a woman ain't giving no man the opportunity to get in the bed if he ain't first stimulating the mind or getting that mental connection. So that mental connection is almost a must to get in between the sheets.
Some people in the connection means a whole bottle of Ciroc and Hennessy.
I mean, that worked too.
But I'm just saying, though. You know, it depends on where you at in the mindset. You know, some people think that the drunkenness is what's making them connect, and that ain't always true.
Hey, but I will say, you give me a bottle of this monkey shoulder, we're going to have a damn good time. I know that for sure. That's all I'm saying. So, I don't know what they say it is, but you're thinking monkeys on your shoulders, for real.
So what's big daddy energy? What is that? Who has that? Is it the man or is that the woman?
Ooh, it's all right. If you have big daddy energy, neither really matters. Big daddy.
Yeah, who's coming with the big daddy energy? Energy, the man?
Big daddy is that size?
I think the person who wrote that needs to kind of explain that, because I'm a little bit confused on that as well. It could just be that they're talking about their presence, you know, how they are with that person. That's what I'm thinking, but it could be something differently. The stamina? I mean, you can go for 10 hours, but you ain't doing nothing but sweating.
Whole lot of sweating.
That's it.
And my back hurting tomorrow.
And ain't nobody reach another galaxy of explosion, because nothing ain't doing nothing
whatsoever. I want to take it all off top in under 20 minutes.
Am I frozen? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you, but you're frozen again. I'm not.
Damn, what's going on with this stuff?
Yes, that's it. Okay, I got you. I like that.
So mental connection, ability to read their partner, etc. I think that's key, because I talked about that with intimacy earlier. That keys hand in hand, I think, because once you have that mental connection and you're able to read your partner, I think that gives a sense of you have taken the time to really pay attention to their needs, right? So once you pay attention to that person's need, then everything else follows and flows so much easier, instead of you just jumping off in there, pounding on it, getting yours and turn it over and going to bed. So I think the mental connection and the ability is very, very key.
I agree.
Especially if you're in the long term, you know, you're gonna have to have that connection mentally. You need it, and you need to be able to read what's going on, especially if you don't have a partner that's not even communicating with you about their needs and wants, which you should be anyway. But sometimes you just have to pay attention to the keys and the cues and make sure that you're connected in a way to make sure you guys are on point. So that's what I think.
I agree.
Professor, what you think about that one that just popped up? Great heights are reached by trusting and understanding.
I mean, I think there's some truth in that. So I think there's a lot of truth in that. But I think when it comes to sex, the experience is more in the hands of the woman than it is in the hands of the man. So they say that they're saying that men just need a place, women need a reason. So I believe that establishing that emotional, that secure that emotional security and that physical security opens a woman up. If she's not emotionally secure, she's not physically secure, she's not gonna be as open. But if you can make a woman emotionally and physically secure, the sky's the limit. But at the same time, with women, their emotions, women need to be emotionally connected to have sex. Men have sex to get emotionally connected. So women attach their emotions to everything. So it don't have to be about her. Her not wanting sex doesn't even have to be about you. It could be about some other shit that's going on at work. It could be something that's going on with her family. It could be something that's going on with the kids and everything else. And if those things are disconnected, she's still disconnected sexually. So the key to a woman is you have to build that emotional security. And sometimes you have to take a time. Sometimes you may even have to accept a no, but you have to take the time to understand where her emotional disconnects are so she can connect with you emotionally in the bed.
All right. Zoe, you agree?
I don't really want to give him credit for this, but you know, I do agree to a certain. I do agree, but it's also about the mindset of the woman, because you got some women out here that's ruthless than most men, and they know how to turn it on and they know how to turn it off. It really just depends on where they are in their life at that time. But yeah, I agree with the most part of what you said.
So
yeah, I mean, there's some women that's gangster. There's some women that's gutter. They can just get it in and get it in more than a man get it in. But at the same time, I believe for the most part, women need that emotional security, and that emotional security is not all just tied to the man. It's tied to everything that's in her world and her life.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Well, we're talking about great heights are reached by trusting and understanding. So I just want to know. So that means if you trust me to choke the shit out of you while we having sex, you're gonna reach great heights.
I agree.
Okay. I just want to make sure we on one accord, regardless of how y'all talking. I just want to be real. Just
That's
let me put my hands.
I don't mind. I don't mind.
Just let me put my hands around your neck a little bit. Just squeeze lightly. Make sure we good. Let me make sure you trust me enough to do that, because I want that height to be intensified times 10. So I just want to put that out there. Y'all don't pay me no attention. I'm just acting crazy.
I agree with that. I'm all for that. I'm all for that, especially depending on what type of position I'm in. I need for you to choke me. I might need you to choke me a little light. I might need you to choke me a little forward. I'll let you know your directions in the midst of doing it. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Professor, you choke women, Professor?
If that's her thing, I choke, I pull the hair, and whatever the case may be, that get her off. So yeah, that's you gotta know what your woman needs.
You're right. All I just say is, hey, don't pull my wig off. If you pull off my wig,
you can't put no black woman hair
on my head. Don't put it on your head. Put it back on my head. All right.
Yeah.
Just put it back.
You got to rub the bald head when it comes to black women.
Well, I ain't pulling no hair unless you got some braids in there I can wrap my hands around and things like that. All that other stuff, I leave alone.
I'm with you though. I'm with you.
So you don't pull a black woman's hair. So I learned that.
but that comes with trusting and understanding.
Trusting and understanding. It does. Trusting and understanding.
So that's all I want to say. As long as you understand that pressure is applied on the sides only, gotta live to fight another day.
Sure, right. Like Pop say, you gotta live to fight another day.
So what is it about this choking thing that turns a woman on? What's the kick to that?
I don't know. I think it's maybe because it's a little dangerous, but it's also exciting and spontaneous. Some women don't go for it though. But if you just talking to me, I do. It just does something to me. It just gets my blood boiling and just pumping. It's like, woo, little choking don't hurt nobody. Now, if my eyes get to rolling up the back of my head and I get the foaming at the mouth, you better let me go, because you're going to kill me. But other than that, choking don't hurt.
You held on too long.
You hold on a little too long now. I said high pressure, not hard.
That's why you need safe words. You gotta always, if you're doing shit like that, you gotta make sure you have a safe word.
Yeah.
A tap out move or something. You gotta make sure you tap out. Cause you know, who knows? So domination. So that means well, I'll put it like this. I'm not getting no ball put in my mouth and strapped and being spanked and none of that stuff. So I don't like nothing that got anything to do with balls being in my mouth.
That ain't domination.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're thinking about dominatrix. Yeah. So see, that's what happens when you drink monkey shoulder.
Maybe talk like the side of your neck.
But you know that's what they do in that dominatrix. They like choking. They like putting stuff in. Hey, but
I mean, but
somebody said that ain't sex. That's exorcism.
I mean, up in here, they're trying to turn her head around. Her so go all the way around.
Hey, I'm trying to get the devil about that thing, man. What you talking about? Come here. What's your real name?
So can I ask you fellas something?
What?
Do y'all like to be dominant in the bedroom? Do y'all like to take charge, be in control in the bedroom? Does that do something to you when you're in control?
Flex? I mean, Professor, you want to go first on this?
I mean, I think it don't do anything for me, but I think women like dominant men. So women like to be in control. I like an aggressive woman. So I like a more aggressive woman, but at the same time, I understand that women like dominant men. They don't like passive men. They want somebody to be more aggressive, take charge, take control. So it don't necessarily do anything for me, but I think it definitely does something for a woman. So, but at the same time, I like a woman that knows what she wants and she goes for it. So I like an aggressive, grown woman that's about it and make things happen and just make her own moves. But at the same time, I understand being dominant and what that means for the woman and her excitement and just her sexual pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I just want a woman to know what she wants, not so much be dominant. You know, let it be known that you want me for one, and show that in a way that it comes off so strong that I'm just gonna dominate your ass off top because you came at me that way. I mean, so that's me. Give me that energy. I mean, as far as men to dominate anyway, right? The positions that there are sexually, they're made specifically for men to dominate and be in control, right? So that's natural in a sense. But my thing is, I say, if you giving off that energy to me to let me know that you want me and you coming off to me that strong, then your ass gonna get dominated anyway because that just turned me on that much more to give it to you just like that. So that's my take. But now don't come to me about tying me down. Ain't no choking me. The only hair you can pull, you might could tug on my beard a little bit. You know, so I'm very limited, but I'll let you do a few things, but don't get out of control now. You find your ass on the side of the bed, rolled over.
Come on now. Now, when you say good sex, you gotta be spontaneous. You gotta be open-minded.
Hey man, you gotta practice what you preach.
No, but I'm the dominator, damn it. Some things you can't do to me, and we have those conversations. And if you try to do them things and you catch me off guard, then you might get a two-piece real quick because I said don't do that shit before. I didn't know it was coming. I'm just saying. That's understanding. Remember, we all in line in the same place. So Zoe, have you experienced a man that likes to be dominated?
You mean?
Have you dominated the shit out of somebody? Have you went hard in the paint and put a nigga under?
I plead the fifth.
You plead the fifth. So you want to hear from us, but you ain't you. Okay, just yes or no.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I have, and it got to a point where it was too extreme to where I said I can't do this no more. Because the next thing I'm gonna wind up having to do is fight a man at this because you doing a little bit too much. Anything else?
I want a deep dive in that, but Might say that for another show.
Oh no.
But one of my favorite words is put a name on it. Put a name on it. Put a name on it.
I refuse. Y'all not gonna have me blocked from Facebook, Instagram, and my house busted too. I'm good.
Put a name on it.
No.
After so many years, it don't count no more anyway. Put a name on it.
No.
Null and void.
That's safe and locked right here. I'm gonna keep it safe and locked.
Boy, man, y'all are food. All right, so real quick, man, before we go into the next segment and everything, we'd like to appreciate everybody for watching and paying attention to us. We just gonna act crazy, man. This is the first show of many, and I think we only gonna get better. The conversation's only gonna get deeper, gonna go further, and things like that. So, real quick, just want to get a quick word from one of our sponsors. So, we're gonna drop in a little commercial for you. Hope you guys enjoy.
Success ain't gonna happen overnight. It may take a year, it may take 2 years, it may even take 10 years. For some people, it might take even longer than that. But one thing I do know, as long as you keep fighting and staying consistent, you will make it. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you gonna make it?
Creed. Step in that water, step in that water, step in that water. Yeah. You gotta be willing to go out and get it. You gotta dive in it, go and get it. Step in that water, step in that water, step in that water. Yeah.
All right, man. That's my boy Miracle's Closet. If you are in the Dallas area, specifically in the colony, go by, holler at my guy. My boy got that Clipper game tight, man. He do his thing, and he's still doing the shirt game, and it is always gonna be great. You know, started in the trunk, man. Let's do this thing. So salute to my boy. What's up, world? Let's get it in. Y'all make sure y'all holler at him. He's on all platforms, Miracle's Closet. Make sure to get at him anytime you need that good cut or that good fit. You hear me? All right. So right now, I want to give you guys a little treat. And we're gonna introduce the sip and converse segment of this thing. Now, during this segment, Zoe will ask a question, and then after she gives her input, we'll discuss it. But most importantly, we want all you guys to respond. You know, we want you to engage and let us know what you're thinking, because this is what Sip and Converse is about, and we're glad to have and tie this segment in to it. I think it's beautiful that it's going to be a beautiful marriage, especially with the followers that she has on that side of things. So,
oh hell no! Where'd that come from?
Also, I think we're going to be working the phones too. So we're going to pop up a number and give you guys a chance to call in. So be ready. I think we're gonna have some good talk before we wrap this thing up. So Zoe, it's all yours. Sip and Converse segment. It's you.
All right, let me make sure I got this question right. Let me make sure. So the question is, have you ever broken off a relationship because of bad sex? That's part one of the question. All right. Have you ever broken off a relationship because of bad sex? Second part is, if a relationship, let me make sure I got it right. When it happens, when sex is no longer good or the same in a relationship, what do you do? Let's say you've been in this thing 10, 20 years with the person. You know what I'm saying? You just only 40, maybe 50. You still can rise up to the occasion. You still can go down and slip and slide every now and, you know. I'm just using PG words.
Slip and slide.
But what happens though when sex is no longer good in relationship? What do you do?
Right. So I like those questions. You know. So first and foremost, have you ever broken off a relationship because of bad sex?
Have you ever?
Professor, you ever done that?
Oh yeah, I have. So I guess once upon a time I didn't believe in bad sex, and once you experience it, I mean, you don't know how to react to it. So I think this female. I thought highly of this woman, and if I had boxes to check, she checked a lot of those boxes. But one box I never considered was sexual chemistry. So when I figured out it wasn't there and the sex wasn't good, I mean, I just couldn't deal. I couldn't deal anymore, and that was the end of that relationship.
Okay. All right, got one of the followers said, I didn't, but she did. I mean, I want some. You got to give me more than that.
Hey, whoever this person is, can you call in so we can hear your voice? Can you call in?
This is a professor.
Where's the number?
Give the number, Flex. Give the number. That's
can you
right.
call in so we can hear this?
Call in the guest line. We want to hear some more about that. You know, have you ever broken off a relationship because of bad sex? I wouldn't say I wouldn't. For me, while we get people to call in and see if we can get that call on the line, I haven't actually broken off in a relationship because of bad sex. Because normally, if it's bad off top, I'm not getting in a relationship. That just used to be the old me. You know, I'm just saying. What, Zoe?
I never broken off a relationship because of bad sex. I broke it off because it was no sex.
Now that's a different.
That's different. It was no sex. It wasn't bad sex because I believe each individual can make sex good. That's just my philosophy. But I broke it off because it was no sex.
Okay.
I wish I was on the show tonight, then.
We have Miss Jessica say therapy. You know, I don't. Well, therapy could work.
The hell is this? Somehow he was admitting. Boy, I tell you.
You need somebody to call in. You need somebody to call in. I want to hear this. I want to hear this story. Oh. Ooh. Do you not need to call in? We might recognize your voice.
We don't want to put nobody like that. We don't want to put nobody out like that. I understand. Hey, no. but I mean, I don't know if we can work that out or not. You know, but appreciate the honesty. Because most men are not going to sit up there and say that they were the relationship ended because of them, because of bad sex and things like that. So definitely appreciate your honesty. If there's anything we can do to help, call in. We can help this out. Come to TJ's boot camp. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get you right. I got some monkey shoulder over here on one side. Grab a good cigar for you on the other. We'll talk therapy talk, because one of them said therapy. You know, let's talk this thing out. You know, let TJ the realist help you out just a little bit. You know,
don't drink that. Don't drink that.
No, that's not.
Yeah, how was he terrible? Was it not enough? Was it so terrible? Could take on so many forms. I mean, how was he terrible?
So, did you answer the question? You answered the question, right? You said no. Zoe said she didn't break it off because of bad sex. She broke it off because of no sex. So yeah.
So Miss Jessica said, I ended a fairly new relationship 3 months in after it happened and was awful. Ouch.
Yeah, why wouldn't we wait? 90 days. See, that's that Steve Harvey stuff, that 90-day stuff.
Yeah. Ooh.
You could have figured that out in 90 minutes.
But how do you open up the form of communication and let that person know that their sex was whack? Like, how do you do that? Because I know you had to have had sex with them maybe once or twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times if you're in a relationship with them. So how do you let them know, man, your sex was whack?
She said it was in a long distance relationship at that.
Yeah, women, you gotta. We need to hear that from the female's perspective. How you tell a man his sex is whack?
No, she said that. But honestly, I mean, it depends on the type of female that you are. If you're transparent and you're open, and like TJ the realist, if you just a real female, tell him. Just tell him. I mean, you tell him in a way for him to understand. Don't tell it to be, malicious or to be rude or anything like that. You tell him in a way for him to understand, like a heart to heart.
Well, say, remember we had this conversation before. If my history serves me correct, right? And this female said she was with this dude and she really liked it. Mm-hmm. He was dope. Everything that she probably could ask for. I mean, the chemistry, everything was bang. And this thing was about like this.
That big.
Big. She, talking about we were talking about all different positions that she can, if the dude, you can work with him. She said, ain't no working with him. Well, my question was, how long did you wait before you decided to not let him know that this is not going to work out? And she said, what, about like 3 months? Was it 3 months?
It was 3 months. 3 months.
So I'm saying at some point, the very first time you had sex with this guy, you knew the shit was whack or wasn't pleasurable or wasn't going to please you. I wasn't going to say whack because he may be banging to somebody else, right? But at some point, why would you not explain that up front? Especially to have the conversation enough to be like, is it something that can be worked on?
Yeah.
I mean, because if you have, again, I always go back to chemistry. If you got chemistry with somebody, some things sexually can fix themselves if we're willing to talk about it. Most of us are not willing to have the conversations about it to try to work on those things. But then again, we went back to size. So size was a big factor for this young lady that said that. So size may not be a factor for everybody, but my thing is, if you know size was a factor, then you should have let it be known up front and not bring this guy on who's now invested in you in a way because he's given himself to you in a part where you feel he is a great damn guy. And we always say we want a good guy, right, ladies?
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna be picky.
Yeah, see, she just said everything was cool with him, his delivery was off, and there was zero connection. So this is my belief. I think sex is important, but it's not. We talk about relationship. We're not really talking about sex. We're talking about the emotional connection, and sex is just an expression of that emotional connection. So I believe you can't have one without the other. If you got good emotional connection, you have good sex. If there's no emotional connection, there's almost not the chance. Not a possibility of having good sex. So if there's no connection, I'm trying to figure out how he even get in the bed.
I mean, y'all help us out because
it could have been the chemistry from the beginning, and then along the way, the connection lost its course. She said they were long distance, so it's very easy to lose connection with someone that's long distance. Very easy. So it could have been, hey, sparks at the beginning, but in the midst, they could have lost it somewhere.
Yeah, so you lost it somewhere, and you meet up and you get it in, but it's like, yeah, so there's a disconnect for me. It's like I need more information. I need you to call in. Call 1-800-Professor. I got you. We can talk about it.
Men do it all the time, though. Men do it all the time.
I don't think that's the number, Professor. You got your own damn.
Oh yeah, there's a number right there. I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong show.
He said I'm on the wrong show. I told her it was time. Then wanted to fumble, etc. Too much expectation. A lot of chemistry going on, and then you get there and can't deliver. That's a lot of. You can't talk all that shit and not be able to back it up.
See, that's why women shouldn't wait. 90-minute rule.
90 minutes, not 90 days.
90 minutes. You figured that all out.
So, can you do things other than penetration to make sex enjoyable?
Nasty. Look at you. Got all over your face. Nasty. Getting happy. Calm down.
That look like
it ain't Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving a few months away.
That That look like church right there. The pastor said a word.
Come on,
amen.
Come on, Pastor. Hey,
Yes,
you know what? I think that's one of the best questions the whole night. Yes, we can have an intellect conversation and it's over. That's it. It's all about the mind, the stimulation of the mind. You don't have to penetrate all the time. You can kiss passionately and it's over. Some people can't do that though, but it's all about the mind.
It is all about the mind. Where the mind goes, the body follows.
That's it. That's it. You're right. And yes, you can. You can have all types of explosion without being penetrated.
Is that right? Yes. Let me find out. The mouth is mighty.
Lord of Jesus, you hear me? They say that your tongue is the most powerful thing in your body. Am I right? I don't think you quote no Bibles because I'll probably send us all.
The tongue is the most powerful thing in your body, not because of what you do with it, it's because of the words that come out of it.
I know. But still, I'm talking about the tongue and the mouth right now. We ain't talking about what words come out of nothing right now. We talking about
intellect. We talking about that mental stimulation. We ain't talking about.
Oh, my bad.
We talking about. We
transitioning
down.
I got off course. I'm sorry. My mind went there. I'm sorry. Let me get back on track.
All right. Okay. Before anything, man, tell me this. You know, cheating and infidelity, right? We know that's big and has a lot to do with things going on within. Since we're talking about sex and we are late night education, right? A lot of that fans on from some of the things that stimulate about bad sex, good sex, how intimate you are with your partner and things. So, you know, talk about cheating and infidelity when it's involved in that. Does that have anything to do with bad sex that could be going on within the household? Or does that be because why people ain't getting sex in the household because they're getting it somewhere else? I mean, what's your thoughts?
I believe it's both. It depends on if you're talking to a man or a woman. Because women normally don't step out unless they lost.
All right. Hold up.
All right.
I want to hear more about this. Y'all got to be able to tune in next week. I won't say next week, man. We gonna do this thing at least once a month, maybe twice. On my schedule and some of the other floors, your schedules as far as the shows on Tuesdays. But we know it will be on a Tuesday at least once a month, and that's what we're gonna dive into on the next show. Cheating and infidelity. Hot topic. Hopefully we touch some points and everything, and we're gonna make it do. We're gonna make it do what it do, baby, and everything, and get on. So come on, Flex, bring me the outro, and we will keep you guys tuned in and let you know we thank you guys for the first show of Late Night Education. We gave you a little bit more than we should have, but hey, we loved you guys engaging with us so much. And tell your friends, man, we're gonna have the Sip and Converse portion of the show every time we do this, and we want to hear from you guys live and direct. We want to get in depth in some of these conversations, so we want you guys to call in. That's right, we have a call-in number for you. So Zoe, you enjoy yourself?
I did.
You get happy talking about something other than penetration. Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
Yeah, I'm about to go meet these batteries.
Oh man.
I'm playing.
Professor, you good?
Yep, I'm good. Enjoyed it, Zoe, TJ.
Oh, shut up.
Hey, man.
Be safe with the batteries.
Hey, yeah. You got them lithiums.
Get some fairly used batteries. Don't put no new batteries up in there.
Going too fast. Fast. Say, man, I really have enjoyed my first segment back to the Floor is Yours podcast, man. Can't wait to get back with the other family as well in due time. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And it's your boy, TJ the Realist, with my girl Zoe, my boy the Professor. And, man, we'll catch you guys next time. Keep your schedules open because we're coming back to you real soon with Late Night Education. Peace.